Okay, guys, welcome back to another interview on MMA Unhinged. I am joined by Greg MMA. An absolute pleasure. Greg, how are you?
Fine, still working, still having good training, and here today with you. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, you're trading out of Paris. I was meant to go. Well, hopefully, I'm going to Paris next year with my girlfriend. Where's the best places to go? What's the tips?
I think you should take close from the scene, the river. Very romantic, but there are several quarters you have to avoid because it may be dangerous. So don't go too much on the north, and it will be okay.
What about food? Is food good over there in Paris?
About food, if you're used to English food, for sure you're gonna love French food.
I want a croissant.
J'aime les croissants.
I want it. I want it so bad. I heard they do a lot of good pastries over there, and I think it'd be phenomenal. I really want to go.
Okay, go for it. And me, I'm not used to eat this because I'm a fucking sportsman, so sometimes a little bit uh, boring.
Yeah. All right. We'll get on to the good talk. Greg, firstly, welcome back to MMA. It's been a while since you last stepped into the cage. 2006 to be exact. That's 16 years ago. What have you been kind of up to since your last fight?
Why?
So what have you been doing in the
Ah,
meantime since your last fight? So
bah,
how have you filled that gap?
I still do my job. I'm a martial art teacher and musculation fitness teacher. And I'm doing a video internet, very famous in French.
I see. Yeah.
Uh, yes, on YouTube. So millions of viewers are looking at the channel Karate Bushido, and I am fighting with top French fighters and sometimes foreigners. I'm fighting with the army, with bodybuilder, with grappler, MMA fighter, and every week's new video. So it takes me a lot of work.
Make sure you subscribe to Greg. I'm going to put the link in the description. I checked out some of your content. Some of it's really good. I checked out the last one. Obviously, I don't speak French. I'm not fluent in French, so I didn't really understand what was going on. But could you explain that last video with the armory? It looked like you had to run away of some sort.
Yeah, last video it was with guys who do the security in the underground, and I'm trying to understand how they catch bad guys, and it works definitely. The success to put me to the jail.
Greg, you have fought all over the world. England, Japan, just behind me there. That was in Pride back in the day. That is phenomenal. How I'm speaking to someone who fought in Pride. I absolutely adored. The Japanese MMA market. It was phenomenal. You fought in Russia. Talk to me about the comeback. Why have you decided to come back and fight in MMA since you've had like a long layoff?
But in fact, I don't retire for when I stop fighting. I'm still training, and even if I am 45 years old, I'm still in good shape, and I really love this sport. And with Hexagone MMA, they offer me very good. Comment dirais-je? They treat me well,
Yeah.
so I was okay to do last shot or maybe two fights, just to show my youngest viewers that I'm not just a YouTuber, but I'm a real fighter. So it will be a very nice night and fighting my Italian opponent.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great matchup. But regarding your last fight was against Gegard Mousasi, who went on to have a fantastic career. What can you remember of that bout, if anything?
Yeah, well, in fact, my fourth last fight was against UFC or Pride fighter. So I never say no to great challenge. But for my last fight, I remember that at the very beginning I succeeded to take Guevara down, and but the referee told me to walk. So I was scared to stand up with Gegard again, and I did a very nasty leg lock, and he succeeded to stand up and pushed me to the face so hard that I have to give up the fight.
Absolutely. And moving over to your next fight against Gianluca. Talk to me about this matchup. From what I've seen from Gianluca, he's a crazy Italian. He loves fighting in these, Italian rituals, and in these, colosseums, as you will. Talk to me about the matchup and what you expect from Gianluca.
But Gianluca is a guy who fight like English fighter used to fight at the beginnings of the 19 at the end of the 19th or beginning of the 20th century, 21. Like they are brawlers, they want to go forward and send heavy leather, and I have to wait for the storm, and then maybe make my technical technique on this guy.
Yeah, your technique take over. Is
Yeah,
that what you were looking for? Yeah,
yeah, because
yeah,
he's a brawler, so you have to
yeah.
be careful of heavy hands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Your English is very good. I like it. This is good. Keep it up. I honestly, it's really good. I appreciate it. How good does it feel to kind of fight at home in front of your home crowd? I mentioned earlier that you fought in Japan, Russia, England, but now you're fighting at home in France. How does that feel? Does that bring a smile to your face?
Well, usually the crown booing me, so it upset me even if I win. Especially in England, always a boo, French frog. So it pissed me off, and but this time everybody cheers for me, and I'm sure he's gonna help me to get the win.
Absolutely. You kind of talked about the matchup against Gianluca. Do you see your grappling, because obviously you're a BJJ black belt, and obviously do you see that being the difference on the night, that you'll be very too much skilled for Gianluca on the ground?
Well, I never say I'm 100% to get the win for sure. I will be more technical on the ground, but sometimes we saw guys just big bully crushing very technical guys. So I have to be careful not to be on the back and to get the top position if we go to the ground. But I improve also my English boxing, so I think I want to make the people enjoying the fight with a few minutes of stand-up fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. You talked earlier on about having two fights kind of left, or this being like a tester. What is the goal at this stage of your career? What is in mind that you want to kind of achieve with with this comeback?
Well, in fact, I never succeed to be a champion. Two times I lost the belt for the Cage Warrior belt. One time against Musashi, one time against Mathieu. And so, if I'm if I have a good fights in Hexagone, maybe I gonna fight for the belt because she's vacant. And so we'll see with the boss of Hexagone MMA if it is possible, and if it is possible, let's do it.
That would be great. I would love that for to happen. My last question: MMA in France since your last fight has absolutely exploded. It's got legalized. We're seeing MMA events in France every year now. The UFC are coming to France. Bellator, they've come to France. how much does that put a smile to your face that we're seeing MMA now come to France and obviously flourishing?
But for me, it's very good for the new French fighter because they can get more sponsor, more money, and it's huge in France. So for me, it's very good to see that the French people love the MMA, and I can't wait to be on the fight in front of my public.
Absolutely. When I saw the French fans at UFC last year, they were passionate. They were loud. They were I don't want to say aggressive, but they were really, really into the fight. They were emotional, shall we say. Is that what it's like over there in France? They're very passionate, emotional about everything they do.
Like Dana White said, he was very impressed about the crowd. The crowd. So no, French people are fond of fight, and MMA now is the best the best martial arts, I think. So it's natural for it to be at the top of the hill, and it's gonna grow again, and it's top.
Absolutely. Greg, an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me. I wish you the best of luck this Friday, Hexagone MMA 10, July 28th. Make sure you watch him, and also make sure you check out his YouTube channel down below. Some of his content is really good. If you are fluent in French, make sure you check it out.
Uh, yes, okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you very much.